things haven't really gone according to the plan for the England cricket team, specifically in the ODI and the T20I format. They lost to India 4-1 in the T20I series, and in the ODI series, well, the result was even worse because they failed to win a single game and were whitewashed 3-0. They lost all the ODIs, and now their preparations for the Champions Trophy has taken a big hit, knowing that, their campaign is going to be a tough one because they are pretty much in a group of death alongside Australia, South Africa and Afghanistan, who are really on the rise as far as the two white ball formats are concerned. Now, if we talk about England's preparation specifically for the India tour, they had very limited practice sessions, and in fact, during the third ODI at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad, the commentators Ravi, Shastri and Kevin Pietersen said that England have had just one training session throughout the tour of India. Now, if we talk about the last two ODIs also, England did not really have a practice session, and obviously there were question marks over their preparation and training for throughout the white ball series. Now, if we talk about Jos Buttler here, well, he has refuted all the claims and said that England had a lot of practice sessions ahead of the India tour, and that's why they chose to have very limited sessions during the tour for that matter. Now, Jos Buttler, he has dismissed all the lazy claims that were basically put on by a certain Kevin Pietersen and Ravi Shastri, and he said that we try to create a really good environment, but don't mistake that for a lazy environment or any lack of effort. So obviously, as it has been pinpointed that England did not have any practice sessions in their last two ODIs against India at Cuttack and Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad. But overall, if we take a look at all the results, where they speak for themselves, and it clearly goes on to show that India were the better team, not just in ODIs but the T20I format also. And if we take a look at England's previous form as far as the two white ball formats are concerned, it's not really encouraging at all, and it is a worrying sign ahead of the Champions Trophy. And obviously, Buttler has had his say on England's 3-0 defeat. He said that we really had a couple of moments, but never good enough to go on and force a result or win against a really good team, which is obviously Team India. If we take a look at, all the three ODIs, their first one was rather a comprehensive victory for the Indian cricket team because England were bowled out for around about 250, and then it was a pretty much easy chase, which was guided by a certain Shreyas Iyer, who wasn't really a sure shot starter in the first ODI. And secondly, England did manage to put on a better score there. The scored round about 300 odd, but then India were really good. They were guided by Rohit Sharma's century, and they won the series then and there only. In the third ODI, it was more of a preparation once again for England here, because they chose to bowl first. We take a look at the first two ODIs, England had batted first after winning the toss, but then in the third ODI, they chose to bowl first. But then India, they actually made merry, scored 350 odd, and in return, England did not really have any answer to India's bowling prowess there. So maybe the point here is that India won the crucial moments, but if we take a look at the collective performances, England were never really in the game as far as the ODI series is concerned. And last but not the least, England's spin troubles have really resurfaced once again. Well, if we take a look at the T20I and the ODI series, England did not really have any answer to the likes of Varun Chakravarti and company. Even in the ODIs also, the likes of Ravindra Jadeja, Akshar Patel, Varun Chakravarti and Kuldeep Yadav, they basically made sure that they squeezed in those middle overs so that England batters did not really get those enough runs that were required for them to stay alive in the series. And with respect to that, Jos Buttler has a rather bold claim here. He said no big concerns against spin at all. As I said, we have to be better. We have to be very confident in all the guys' games against spin, and guys do have all the shots. Now, if we take a look at England's Champions Trophy opponents there, they do have Australia first of all, and they will have to counter the likes of Adam Zampa and company, which is going to be a tall order for them. Well, Australia's pace bowling attack is going to be inexperienced, but then Adam Zampa is a mighty fine leg spinner. We talk about Afghanistan. Well, they have the likes of Rashid Khan and company. They are on the rise, and if we go back to the 2023 ODI World Cup there, Had it not been for Glenn Maxwell's heroic knock, Australia might not have even qualified for the semi-finals of the World Cup there. And the third and final team is South Africa. They also have quality spinners in Tabraiz Shamsi and Keshav Maharaj. So obviously it's going to be a tall order for England if they have to progress to the semi-finals of the Champions Trophy. They'll not only have to make sure that they improve against spin, but at the very same time make sure that their practice sessions, quote unquote, are really useful. So stay tuned to Sports Today as we'll bring you all the latest updates and analysis from the sporting world. And what do you think about Jos Buttler's comments here? Can England really go on to achieve the Champions Trophy glory in Pakistan and Dubai conditions? Well, you can let us know your thoughts in the comment section and don't forget to subscribe. So until then, on behalf of my producer Sugandha, it's Siddharth Gulati saying goodbye.